Good evening, folks. Odd here with your outer world news. Current time is 7:11 p.m., May 27th, 2013. Alright, so here we go, folks. I'm going to go ahead and start off with this. Doctors remove a tiger's 4-pound hairball. It's a cute little tiger. Pretty interesting story, you know. Kind of heartwarming. If you guys want to check into it, you know. Got to start putting some good news in here. There's just so much bad going on. Alright, here we go. Civil War coming to America. Prophetic Dreams Part 3. This is a 4-part series right now from Ruby's Table Talk. Very interesting stuff, talking about the shaking of the ground underneath all of us Americans and the rising of a revolution and all kinds of other different stuff. You know, very interesting if you guys want to look into it. It's about each one is about maybe 10-12 minutes long in the parts if you guys want to look into them. Also, Bombshell, free Adam Kokesh versus Dahboo. Adam admits he is paid by Russia. And here he's talking about that this website was made 6 days before when he got arrested for the pot rally, because he's trying to say that this was before July 4th because he knew he was going to get arrested on July 4th, but yet then he's trying to start this revolution to literally create martial law in the entire United States of America because every city has the right to pass its own gun laws. And he knows it's going to be a firefight, and he's going to run like a little P, you know, like a little B word, and hide while all these other innocents get hit and killed and blamed. And then the new United States terrorist will be the blue collar white Americans, or whoever else decides to follow. It'll be the blue collared white, black, Hispanic Americans, anyone that is gun loving patriots of the United States of America. Doesn't matter what your race is. If you got a gun, you're in trouble. Or if you believe in freedom, you're in trouble. That's why the FEMA camps were built. Adam Kokesh works for Russia. Adam Kokesh is designing a terror tactic to destroy our country. And to be quite honest with you, who would be... You know how stupid it is to go in on July 4th? When D.C. holds one of the largest fireworks, you know, venues in the entire world? And how many children would be there, Adam Kokesh? Did you think about that? Does anybody else out there with a gun think about that? A firefight could erupt and all those innocent children that are walking around? Did you ever think about that? You people make me sick. We need a revolution, but we don't need that. You know, if you really have the balls, Adam Kokesh, go handcuff yourself to the Capitol building doors. Don't let the Congress go in. But you won't do it as just by yourself. You want to take down everybody else. Why? Because you're a coward. That's what you are. A paid CIA coward. You know, Dahboo's doing a good job with this. And as you can see right here, his name has been brought up on his page. And, you know, Justin and Adam are reaching out to him, to Dahboo. We've already seen a few of other, you know, Dahboo's had 2 channels shut down already. Another one on the way. So go ahead, you know, check into that. Also here, alert, Brooklyn Bridge has been completely closed due to suspicious vehicle. This is also Dahboo. This is recently. Supposedly there's a car in the middle of the bridge that has been abandoned. Now, all these bridges that have been collapsing all over the United States, you know, it could be what's going on with, you know, our continental shift. You know, why the world's been wobbling a little bit. But, you know, and the moon bouncing around. But it could also be government planned because they don't want us to escape when it comes down to martial law. There's so many different things to take into view here. You know, the Bible does talk about the New World Order and the revealing of the Antichrist, or the, you know, the Antichrist, Satan, all that other stuff. You know, and then we already know the Pope said that he passed a law now that you don't have to be Christian to get into heaven. It's a new thing he just passed. You don't have to be Christian to get in heaven. You can be atheist now. Well, I was raised and taught that there's only one way to heaven. I don't know, folks. The world's getting out of control. Also, Planet X Nibiru, Clash of the Gods, deep in the battlefield. Another nail in the coffin. And all you Nibber trolls that are rolling around, trolling anything Nibiru, you already know you guys can't debunk Astro Traveler. Because he's got all the proof. And this right here is one of my favorites, his new video. You know, we just had that extreme solar storm. So if you guys want to look into this, very interesting stuff, you know. Astro Traveler always does a good job. I'm going to have to rewatch it here again in a little bit. Also, 3 feet of snow over Memorial Weekend in upstate New York off the border of Vermont. Now, if you guys want to sit here and tell me that there is nothing wrong with the world, you're living in denial. There's nothing wrong with our climate, you're living in denial. Every day now, there's hail, freezing temperatures in one spot, extreme heat in another, hail the size of bowling balls and baseballs. Baseball-sized hail is common now. And then you have volcanoes erupting pretty much every day, earthquakes, large ones, fairly large ones, every day. You know, and then now we also have hold on. Here it is. Earth still might get hit by a gamma ray burst. Supposedly this star right here, WR104, is very, very ripe to burst at any second, and if it does, it will wipe out 1/4 of Earth's atmosphere. Now, if you guys know, we already just currently got hit in April by a cosmic ray burst that literally heated the Earth's core temperature up all over the place and caused massive, you know, heat problems and stuff in India, Australia, and volcanic eruptions, and big earthquakes, you know, around Papua New Guinea and all that, around April. April, for 2 weeks, was extremely, extremely active with large earthquakes. A lot of 6s and 7s. You know, it was crazy after that cosmic ray burst. And you guys remember, if you guys were following me, the neutron monitors were being covered up because of how big the pitch angles were. And all the charts were being manipulated. Everything was being manipulated. They were covering everything up. Now, if this happens, you know, you can pretty much start to slowly wipe Earth off the map. You know, it's pretty much a matter of time. I give us 3 years maximum if we were to continue on the path that we do. Also here, another major earthquake on the New Madrid is inevitable, geologists say. It's only a matter of time. They starting to play hints? Has been some activity over there. It's a bleak scenario. Massive earthquake along the New Madrid fault kills or injures 60,000 people in Tennessee. 250,000 people are homeless. The Memphis airport, the country's biggest air terminal for packages, goes offline. Major oil and gas pipelines across Tennessee rupture, causing shortages in the Northeast and in Missouri. Another 15,000 people are hurt or dead. You know, and then cities and towns throughout the central U.S. lose power and water for months. This could happen at any moment, folks. So here, Tennessee, Missouri, you know, Illinois and Indiana, and Ohio, West Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee, all the way down through here, all of us have a risk of this rupture. Last time this happened, it was popping off massive 8.0s. Like back to back to back to back. There was bells ringing all the way up here in New York City. From church bells. That's how powerful it is. Now remember that. That could be some scary stuff. There has been some activity brewing there, and especially with the way the Earth's core, you know, what's going on right now with Mount Etna. You know, also that I just talked about, and then Mount Etna. Oh, termite swarms, New Orleans. People think it's the apocalypse. Look at this. Okay, so now we have frog swarms, termite swarms, beetle swarms, locust swarms. I know I'm leaving stuff out. Fly swarms, snake swarms in Iraq. I know there's so much more going on, and there's the locust swarms are everywhere, and all this stuff is everywhere. And then now we're about to have a cicada swarm on the East Coast. People, wake up. These are the plagues. You know what it means for termite swarms, right? Say bye-bye to this power pole. Say bye-bye to your house. Say bye-bye to everything. It's made of wood. God is letting us know that He is not playing any more games. These are warnings that our hearts have become hardened. If we do not take heed to our Lord, it's only a matter of time before He drops that stone into the sea. Remember what He said about the angel. Cut the stone of iron and cast it into the sea. 1/3 of the sea's ships were gone. 1/3 of the sea's animal or creatures gone. And 1/3 of the seas turned to blood. And the city of Babylon will rise no more. You know, also about Damascus right before that. See, here's Mount Etna. Eruptions becoming more violent, and scientists are baffled as to why. I know why. There's a planetary body coming. I also know why. Because the amount of solar freaking neutrinos that have been penetrating our Earth's core and our surface. Our core has become unstable. You ever seen that movie 2012? I think that was a lot of dropped hints about what's coming our way. Not 2012, but starting around that time frame. Through now. And look at 2012, okay? Look at November 2012 through now. And look how violent the weather patterns have been. I mean, this year in the U.S. we had so many snowstorms we had to repeat the alphabetical order to start over again. Hurricanes as well. Watch. We're gonna have so many this year. I would not be surprised to see us down about W or Y for named storms. It's getting out of control, folks. And last night I showed you there was 123 fireball reports, but now they put 15 on the 6th or the 26th from Maryland, Maine, New Jersey, New York, you know, Ontario, Toronto, and West Virginia. 18 reports from Connecticut, D.C., Delaware, New Jersey, New York for right now on the 27th. See, 2 totally different fireballs. Okay? On the East Coast, 2 of them. And they're still in bed. Now remember, we have asteroid QE2 coming in. That is a remnants of an old comet, which could be carrying pieces of itself. And it's coming in close approach on the 31st. See all this activity here, Lunar Meteor Hunter's blog spot? Earthquake activity, I still think they're trying to downplay a lot of this. But the 5.3 now in the Kamchatka, Russia area. And I know they're getting more quakes than what they're saying. Solomon Islands, 4.7, Papua New Guinea, 5.2. Panama 5.6, Japan 4.5, Chile 4.8. Here on RSOE, you know, you can see the activity here. California's still rocking. You know, Alaska had a few big ones too. We're going to have to keep our eyes out on all of this, folks. Something biblical is about to happen. You know, like a lot of people say, something wicked this way comes. Look at the sun. You know, got all active, and then look, flat lines. Still, the satellite's broken here for the blue and the blue. Radiation storm seems to be coming down. KP index still up. We're going through a coronal hole stream right now. We're going through a coronal hole stream, radiation storm, and a CME hit yesterday. We had a very, very unsettled day the past few days with all that. And then now we're going back through a CME stream from the coronal holes. I mean, not CME, but coronal hole stream. So that's why the winds have picked up. So there you go, folks. Just want to go ahead and get that information out to you. I have a lot more to talk about, but of course with this computer I can barely do as much. So, you know, I guess I could probably get something out later on today. So there you go, folks. Much love to you all, and may God bless.